Hey everybody, welcome back. Jayborino here, joined again by Deltron.
Hey guys.
More Rock the Cabinet entries, Co-op Edition 2017. So the top 10 are due to be released here in a couple days, but we are going to continue playing these until then. Relic of Twilight, created by Aradius. Amon's brood pours onto Shakuras from I are now attempting to seize an ancient weapon of the Nerazim to bombard the Spear of Adun in orbit. You and your allies' forces must prevent the weapon's misuse by disrupting its power conduits around the area, crippling it beyond repair. Okay, I will be playing Raynor.
We're going Kerrigan.
Oh god, here we go again.
Try to redeem ourselves from what was like 4 videos in a row. We were playing Raider Kerrigan. And
yes.
We lost all of them, I believe. Or
yes.
All of them but one.
Disrupt each of the priming power conduits in every cycle by holding them with your armies until time expires. Ensure that the Spear of Adun is not destroyed by failure to disrupt conduits. Conduits do not require that both players be present. Okay. Interesting.
So take out and hold the conduits while also protecting the Spear of Adun.
Sounds like it. Is the Spear of Adun, is it just like on the ground? I suppose we'll find out.
Maybe we get to use its abilities.
Oh, I think, no, we have to disrupt the conduits. If we don't, then the Spear of Adun takes damage, it seems like.
Oh, okay. I'm
going to try something different. Tired of this mass infantry bullshit. Make Vikings or something.
I'm so purple. It's not even funny.
Oh, wow, yes. That's very bright pink.
Some Pepto-Bismol.
Wow, that is...
The Zerg pour into Shakuras from Ire, and Amon seeks an old Kaderan void emitter to unleash upon the Spear of Adun. The void emitter draws power from the region's conduits in cycles. Your forces must hold a position on each priming conduit, disrupting the transfer of energy. Bolster your armies and prepare to move as soon as possible. The Spear of Adun must not be harmed.
Okay, so the Spear of Adun could take 5 hits.
Okay, so I assume there's only one power conduit in the first cycle. That would be 1 damage. Later on, there's going to be 2, 3, presumably 4.
Yep.
Interesting.
And our base is free to take. There is... Interesting, there's a barrier instead of rocks. It's because we're on Shakuras. Cool.
Oh, nice.
I like the look of this map so far.
Mm-hmm. I like the Shakuras tile set.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
voice acting
I was thinking, I'm like, when has it been used? Temple of the Past, right? But it's nice that we're not... It's not a holdout mission.
Yeah, this is a little different. It has a darker look to it than Temple of the Past.
0 of 12 conduits remaining. So it's not just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be a few extras here or there, I suppose.
Yeah, next round, there might be 2 that pop up. Who knows?
We'll see. We've been pleasantly surprised in most cases.
Yes.
Whoa, the health bar of the barriers. Interesting.
Oh yeah.
That's different. No super early enemy attack. I think it's just because you have not a lot of time to go for the first, yeah.
Yeah. It's not a lot of time at all. Yeah.
Well, I want to break open my expansion and then probably get moving here pretty soon.
Yeah, same here.
Guess once Kerrigan's out, we'll be free to go.
Relying on Kerrigan.
Every time, man.
I mean, she's
pretty strong.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Make some Marines to get started here and transition into those Vikings.
We could just go straight into vultures and then Vikings and siege tanks.
It's true.
Ignore Marines entirely. Just build the barracks and float it around the map.
Mm-hmm. Have you, with Raynor...
Augmented your units with psionic disruptors. As long as one of you remains close to a priming conduit when it transfers energy, your units will attempt to disrupt it.
Interesting.
Okay. Do you want to start moving to... Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to just A-click over there.
Yeah, you go first. I'll stay behind her. How about that?
Yeah. It's a nice feel to this map.
It's time to assimilate.
Yeah, it seems so far like it's got some good flow to it. So pretty, I mean, again, first objective shouldn't be super hugely defended. It doesn't seem like it is, which is good.
Nice. How long does it take to...
So do we just need to be by it for when the timer goes up? Because that's what I'm
So it's
understanding.
priming. I think so. Probably. We can start pushing out. We still have a minute left. So what was that whole spiel about if your units are close to it, they'll gain a buff? Oh, we do gain. Did you see that? As you walk by, your units gain some sort of...
Oh, the side. Yeah, I'm not sure
buff.
what that is indicating, but I do see it.
Show up on the map. Interesting.
But again, are we in range to stop whatever is about to happen with this thing? Oh,
so.
no, see, it says destroy the void emitter.
An attack force comes to prevent your disruption.
Oh. How do we destroy it?
I think it's no, never mind.
Once it finishes priming, then we can destroy it.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, there's also some sort of attack coming to our base.
Yes.
Coming.
Oh
God.
Quickly, move your units away from the convoy.
Okay. An ally unit has left the conduit.
I
You just
see.
told us to leave.
Yeah, I think we have to wait for this to happen. Now we go back in.
That's neat though.
You have to pay attention to your units. You can't just let that happen, I think.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like it. All right, starports, let's go. One lion.
How are we looking?
All right,
Disrupted.
we've done it. Yeah.
And what is this? Void emitter activating.
And that's the one in the middle.
A successful disruption. Weapon systems are beginning to degrade, commanders. Continue your efforts until it lies a metal husk.
Okay, so yeah, we have to move to the points, hold the points.
Okay.
And they're separated from each other, so I think this is encouraging
we
us
have
to
to-
split up.
We'll have to separate.
Conduits have begun priming.
You already heading that way? So
Yes.
I guess I'll go this way.
Okay.
Each cycle. You must both either work together or separate to secure each.
I'm calling in the Hyperion.
It's interesting, the defenses are fairly spread out. I like it. It's not just like, here, blast through this enormous ball of enemy units.
Yeah.
And theoretically, it's going to get bombarded anyway, so... There we go. Wait, what map does Void Thrashing take place on? Is that Shakuras? I mean, in the campaign it is. Now I'm so confused. I don't know.
I thought that was on Core Hall, no?
Well, that's Rifts to Core Hall.
Flings filth upon your forces.
Flings filth.
Oh, so there's so it does different things.
Okay.
So it does. So in this time, it wasn't around the whole conduit. It was just near a couple. It was just like a small area. It wasn't around the whole thing. Let's do some Viking Banshee action.
So we have 2 minutes.
Yeah,
we
we
just have to be ready to take it out.
We have plenty of time. We are on normal. Feels appropriate for a normal difficulty, honestly. It's not overboard. The concept is simple yet intriguing and different.
Yes.
All important things.
I liked it.
Yes, me too. I think I saw some folks mentioning how this was a good entry, and it seems like that is the case.
Conduits are minutes away from powering the Void Emitter, commanders. I advise you venture out now to secure them.
I like this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had too many Protoss commanders. We've had a lot of Terran commanders. I mean, obviously, Terran's going to be a little easier to...
Easier to voice, yeah.
Okay.
The beast expels liquid death upon a conduit.
Hold
Take
position.
clear of its hellfire.
See, that one did the whole circle around. For me, it was only a small area.
Okay. And I like you can see this barrage on the minimap.
Yeah, yeah. And that makes it a little like you have to pay a little attention, but it's not overboard. Like it should never, in my opinion, be like a a mutation, and it's not. It's
Or it just wipes out your forces.
yeah, it's just like, oh, you weren't looking,
Super
fuck
quickly.
you. You know, in this case, it's very mild. Like, hey, it's a big circle, avoid it because it's on the main objective. It's not like, oh god, avoid this all the time. Everything's terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, again, like, it shouldn't be like a mutation. It should just be a pretty standard difficulty. Interestingly enough, your Omega networks appear to be my color. Are they neutral for you?
No.
Attack incoming.
Huh, that's weird.
Get ready.
Maybe that was changed in the patch to show that both units, your forces and my forces, can use them.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Okay, 1 minute left, and there's enemy attacks. So I think the triangles.
Hold fast, commanders. They seek to halt your efforts.
So I think the triangles go for the objectives, and the squares, or diamonds rather, maybe go for our base? I can use a call down in either case.
Yeah, I have a meta network. Okay, so there's circles. Just avoid those. Oh, you got it.
Oops, yeah, I wasn't even looking. Okay, I use banshees on the base.
Okay, you'll defend.
I'm calling down an air.
Yeah, it was only 4 Zerglings. Again, we are on normal, but even for normal, that's a pretty small attack, so I think that those are just meant to sort of distract you and not be
Right.
absurd from every direction, you know? I've stated before, I do quite like... I like smaller attacks. I like smaller attacks that are more frequent, as long as they're not, you know, huge.
Uh-huh.
Conduit is contested. Quickly, dispatch
And you
all
really have
Zerg
to pay attention to the timer to make sure your units are.
Yeah.
You just have to be there. You don't have to kill it. You just have to be in that location.
Okay, I got mine. It changed to contested for a moment.
Yeah, same here.
So that, yeah, it kind of comes down to the wire there, I suppose. Now let's see where the next one is.
It's a nice looking map as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was thinking about this. How many of the maps that we've played already are going to show up in the top 10?
imminent upon a conduit. Avoid.
And
We've played some good ones, and to be honest, we've
Yeah.
played most of them. We've played at least 2/3 of all the entries.
And also another thing to consider is
The southeastern edge of the void emitter. Transferring its control to the sphere of Adun would be beneficial. However, it is enraptured with a dangerous biological anomaly. Many lives may be lost in the endeavor.
Okay,
well, I
so
say
this-
we go for it.
yeah. The one in the middle's been secured.
Okay.
Our allies are being attacked.
I guess let's go for the bonus.
Yeah.
So I was saying that a lot of these that we played pretty early on have been updated. So even if we played them already, I mean, they're going to be
Oh, I see what you're saying.
pretty
Okay.
fresh and new to play.
Yeah, I wonder if any that we played that weren't really prepared yet when we played them are going to turn out to be in the top 10 and
In the
you know,
top 10.
completely changed and better.
Yeah, we may not have enjoyed it as much, but
Mhm.
maybe it's been updated to the point that it will be in the top 10.
Yep. I hope so. That would be cool.
There's 3 of these things.
Yes. So we're gonna have to split one. At least one of us is gonna have to split some units.
I guess let's just go for the bonus.
Upon your forces. Evacuate the area.
Well,
So
none
as
of our
long as you
units
clear out
are
the
there.
Zerg, they will. They will start shooting those things at you.
Uh-huh.
Is this doing damage to us in an AoE, like around
Mind
this thing?
Reaver. It's shooting infested eggs out. Infested Terrans. I don't know. Oh,
There we go.
nice.
Upgrade complete.
Okay.
We've begun linking the matrix with the psionic ray.
I'll
The disintegrator array should be online shortly.
send Kerrigan to 1. I think she can hold out 1 by herself.
Okay, I can split units as well.
Okay, I'll send Kerrigan up here. The rest of my units, I'll start clearing out this one down here.
An interesting thing I noticed: your Nidus worms, they count as holding possession.
Allies base
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
See that one in the middle?
Uh-huh.
is under attack.
Yeah, that's counting.
evacuate any units in the area.
Kerrigan, evacuate.
Oh, Kerrigan. So,
Is under
I'm usually against the enemy rebuilding, but in this case, it makes sense that they rebuild and try to reinforce the conduits, and not in huge. It's just to make sure that you keep some units there. It's not to be obnoxious. Not that I ever think it's purposefully to be obnoxious, but a lot of times that's just the result of it.
I'll let you take that one.
Okay, I'll hold on to this one. Do you need me to split units anywhere? I can give you Banshees in the middle.
allies are being attacked.
Calling down the Banshees.
Base is under attack.
There are a lot. There's a lot going on the mini-map, though. I think maybe
A lot of-
consolidate some of those units, because they're just, like, all over the
Yeah,
place.
I don't know the difference between the triangle things and the diamond-shaped things.
Yeah, I got the impression that the triangles are reactive.
Okay, wait, 8 seconds.
Our allies is under attack.
But yeah, I got the impression that the triangles are reactive to, there we go. Got them.
Nice.
To retake the things. Why is the screen blue?
It's done that a couple times. It happens after we disrupt them.
Yeah, so I think it's the center conduit taking damage, perhaps.
Incoming bombardment targets your forces.
Whoop, look out. I almost ran right into that.
It kind of... I like this. You definitely have to
Upgrade complete.
watch your army as you move along.
Yes, but again,
Throughout the map.
not in a way
Not
such
at
that you're
the
definitely going to
nation
lose
level.
if you fuck it up.
Yeah, you don't lose your entire army. As like, if, for example, the nuclear bombardment mutation.
Yeah, it's the consequences are fairly minimal. As far as I can tell, granted we haven't stood in it, so I don't know what the consequences really are, but it seems like it wouldn't be the worst thing.
Too bad. Yeah. And I like that. It's different. I don't think we have a Blizzard co-op map that kind of you have random things going on throughout the map that can damage your army as you move from one base to the next.
Yeah, but again, importantly, it's
One area
not
to the next.
not just like an awful you're fucked if you get hit by it
Exactly,
once
yeah.
kind of thing, which I think is a very important distinction. Haven't we already held on to this one? I wonder.
Seems like they repeat.
I wonder if it's randomized.
On a conduit. Stay clear
Possibly.
of its hellfire.
You know what? I'm gonna keep some units over here. I want to see what happens.
Okay. It's Hellfire. Maybe it only does.
See, it's minimal damage. That's not bad. We are on normal,
No.
and that's something that you could scale. But again, the important thing is there's a consequence, but it's not like a fucking mutator consequence where you have to
Exactly.
really be. There has to be a low skill floor
Our allies are being attacked.
for the basic vanilla maps, and then you can apply mutators to that later. I guess I'll just keep my units up here if you want to keep pushing that way.
How much
And
time
this-
we still? Yeah, a minute and a half.
Interestingly
Still a lot
enough,
of time.
this map feels large. It doesn't have a very natural flow to it, but I haven't
No.
felt like I've been frantically running around the map, which is
No.
typically my big complaint.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm brutal. This would be much more difficult, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he probably has scaled down the attacks since there are multiple
Yeah.
of them, and they go in almost seemingly random directions. So it seems like he's scaled down the size.
A large host of Zerg are set to assail your forces at the conduit, commanders. Act in unison to hold your position.
Nice.
My Banshees are incoming.
The behemoth fires upon your
Let's see how
forces.
much damage
Evacuate
this
the
does.
area.
Sorry, Hydralis. You're the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, see,
Not
it's...
that much.
Yeah. I would almost argue, even on normal, you could bump that up a little
Yeah.
bit. It doesn't have to one-hit units, but you could bump it up a little bit.
Take like, I don't know. You could have it do like
Our allies
I don't know, at least 50 damage.
Wow, that would kill Marines and stuff. Okay, so for the smaller ones, yes. I think for the big circle ones, don't make it so that it can one-hit armies. So less than enough to kill Zagara's units, I think.
our allies
Yeah.
And maybe that's, being too kind. I agree, co-op can be a little too easy sometimes, but from just a vanilla map perspective, again, low skill floor, but new ideas. And this is certainly new with that.
almost tripled it. Let not your resolve falter, commanders. The void emitter seems to fracture before unleashing its wrath.
So can we not lose at this point?
I don't know.
I guess if we lose literally 5 in a row.
We could probably lose all 4 of these.
Yeah.
The payload of fire is inbound to a conduit. Evacuate
I'll go to the bottom right.
area.
Okay, I'll take these out.
Our
And also-
allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack.
I don't know, I really like this map. I think it has a lot of
Our
good
allies' base
things
is under
going for it.
Yeah. I was thinking like it has a lot of potential, but not even that. Like it's just good. Like it doesn't really need to be built upon. I like nearly everything about it. It doesn't feel gimmicky per se. It just feels like a solidly put together entry. I like it a lot.
I like when you take the conduits. There's like a flashing green. Your screen shakes. It turns green to let you know that you've taken it.
Yeah, you've
It's a
done
nice
it.
visual indication.
So should we split here? I think we should split. I'll take my Air Force and go to the bottom left.
Is under attack.
Okay.
Our allies are being
Just leave Kerrigan here.
upgrade.
I can send some forces down here to
Yeah,
help
to the
take
middle.
this out. And then I'll leave some forces here. And I just have a Nidus network at each one.
And I never thought I'd say it, but this is an instance where I think the enemy rebuilding is perfectly fine. It makes complete sense to me.
Our allies are being attacked.
And also I like that you don't need both players to take the conduits.
Forces.
Yeah, that would be a little too much, I think, for this.
Our allies are being attacked.
Get them, fire bats. I gotta get their Inferno gauntlets. What have I been thinking? They're probably remiss without those.
You guys come down here.
The timer, I mean, there's a timer so that it can't go to absurd lengths. You are gated on the amount of time that could be taken.
They seek to halt your efforts.
Yep.
Oh, lots of stuff.
Banshee. Hybrid signature detected.
Yeah, this is should be the last wave.
There's a hybrid in the upper right, be careful.
Our allies
Okay, so it looks like a Dominator coming from every direction. That's kind of an interesting, like, whoop. Like, you thought it was this easy,
sure
and now
you
it's
split
really
up.
hard at the end. Not super hard, you know, it's not like a hybrid Dominator is the worst thing, but compared to how relatively easy the rest of the map was, that's kind of a little bit of a spike. Not a big deal, though.
Kerrigan is amazing for this. I mean, as well as Rainer, he can drop down on each location.
Yeah, and I mean, Artanis can warp in on top of them, too, so.
Right.
Our allies are being attacked.
The Omega Worms are nice.
Yeah. There's one little Brood Lord over here.
The conduit has been stalled. Gather your units and hold the area at all costs.
Still have 5 more.
Where does it say that?
No, what happened? No, 7 out of 12.
Oh, I see. I thought it was.
so-
I thought. Okay, so we have to officially finish 12 of them,
Yeah.
or
So
you.
we have-
Okay.
We have 1 left.
Oh, another round. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This might be breaching into slightly too long territory. I think the map could have honestly ended
Could have
there.
ended at the last part. Yeah.
Base is under attack. Upgrading call down
Okay.
ready.
Oh, see, now there's only 3.
And we only have to get 1.
Okay. I see. Yeah. So there's some give there. It's still
Right.
it's 5 rounds though total, and again, that can be time consuming. We have 2 minutes left on the map.
Yeah, not a lot of time.
Brace yourselves.
After
Enemy
each.
forces are inbound.
I mean, at this point, though, we've theoretically already cleared the map, right? So it does, you know, it just makes sure that you're splitting your
Right.
forces properly, kind of
And they
locking
are
them down.
rebuilding a little bit, like you said, but not
Our allies
Yeah, nothing
Not too
crazy.
attack.
horrible extent.
Hyperion's on its way.
Not like in some of Avendel's Perfect Soldiers missions.
Yeah.
Your forces.
The enemy has tech reactors. And they just
Spam those units out, yeah. That's just
amount-
that's
the
just basic
amount of-
AI. I've
yeah.
learned that. It's not map makers don't do that on purpose. I mean, some of them might leave it that way on purpose, but that's just the default. If you set it to like hard AI, everything's programmed to rebuild at least twice. I think Brutal's just unlimited.
Building in the all clear mission. It's crazy.
Yes, it's nuts. All
Pretty
right.
sure we got this under control here.
I think so too.
Two hybrid.
Presses his attack.
Two hybrid from the top.
The brood mobilizes to contest the
One from the
conduits.
bottom.
Okay, now it's behemoths. Would you like me to come anywhere?
Are they both gonna come to this one? I think Kerrigan, she's got it.
Yeah, I'll do this too.
Oh, that's a pretty large stack.
Yeah. I mean,
Bombardment is imminent upon a conduit.
ultimately, yeah, and then there's the bombardment too. See, that's a nice little touch. Again, it's not going to kill you, but you're aware of it when an enemy attack is happening.
Exactly. Interesting that you got two behemoths on the right, two behemoths in the center, but none on this side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the small Zerg reinforcements are there mostly just to... I'm going to watch and see if it blows up. Mostly just to make sure you leave some units there. You can't clear it out and leave. You got to leave some stuff.
Correct.
The Nerazim are eternally great.
Okay, it was crippled. All I want to say is that's a cop-out for having that thing blow up spectacularly. I want to see it explode.
We had our popcorn.
Yeah.
Just waiting in anticipation.
I was ready. That was a great map.
Yeah,
That
great
was,
awesome job.
yeah, good execution, good idea. Both, I think, had both covered there.
Yeah, overall, very well done.
Good terraining. I don't even have much more to say. I think it was a very pleasant entry.
And most importantly, we won.
Yes, we did. It didn't feel over the top. And, you know, say what you want. I mentioned this before, but say what you want about co-op difficulty, but there's a level of consistency that's good to be maintained amongst the existing entries, or the existing maps and submitted maps here. So they're most likely going to pick one that they can scale to something similar to what already exists. And this one hit it, I'd say.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll see you next time.
All right, see you guys.